So I have to figure out, how to tell the world that I exist and that my stories are out there. So that's another aspect that I'm also looking at. It's just um, too many strings and ropes pulling me in every different direction. So I write because that's my self care.
Absolutely. Well, I remember you making a comment, and I have it here in my notes from when we spoke back in July. You literally said, "Writing saved me." I have that in
Mm-hmm.
quotation marks.
It did.
Yeah. I have a note about you, how you would pour your emotions into this hobby, something about from hobby to passion is what I have written down.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
but yes, I mean that was
I
a very strong comment that you made.
absolutely. Yeah. I know it was around that awkward, you're heading into teenager years where, friends are important, popularity is a big thing. I was obviously very awkward, very introverted, and for whatever reason, very bullied. And try as I might, I couldn't blend into the walls. So I was going through a really dark time in my life, and writing allowed me to work through my frustrations, my angers, my confusion by, putting my characters through hell. So, yeah. And then seeing them come out the other side.
Absolutely. You know, as rough as that sounds, I'm sure that really played into making you the great writer that you are. Part of me envies you that. You know, I was not popular by any stretch. I was kind of content to blend in with the crowd and be an observer. And I would write, but I wrote, just what I was basically told to write.
Yeah.
I didn't really write for my own benefit or as some kind of, coping mechanism. Part of me wishes I had, because how much further along would I be in the writing aspect at this stage in life? Most of my writing was not creative, it was more business stuff. And certainly, people would come to me because they knew I could put out something that they wanted to have written in a way that they
Yeah.
were not able to do. I still get that at work. Hey, this is what I want to say. You just write that up. Okay. But I didn't get to do the creative side until last year when I finally allowed myself to do the creative side.
It's very liberating, isn't it?
It is the
Because you
most
can do
wonderful thing.
anything. Yeah.
Yes.
You
And
can
you can,
be anyone.
yeah, or at any point in time, future or
Yes.
past.
Yeah. Or both. you know?
True.
Yeah.
Very true.
It's like kids playing dress up. And, I've always had that wild imagination, and I've always done the what if thinking, like, what if the sun blinked out today? How would our lives change? How would we survive? What would happen to our money, our food, you know, what would happen when the power went out and then we were plunged into pitch darkness, or in our planet's flying through space like an ice ball out of,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
You know, and I think about all the times my sister would say, "Oh, you're so dramatic." And I would take offense to that, and then I would become dramatic, ironically.
Mhm.
But looking back and going, you know, I'm actually okay with that. Sure, dramatic is good because dramatic plays into a good story. So yes, I am
Absolutely.
dramatic.
Yes. Be proud of it. I'm a geek. I'm a science and math geek. And I mean, once I was diagnosed with autism and I started looking back through my life, I could see all the signs. All the signs were there. And I totally understood, why I thought the way I did, why I did things the way I did. But I wouldn't change my brain. Like I was I thought, but I also thought everybody at 11 years old. I built a working seismograph and buried it in my backyard. I made a sundial in permanent marker on my windowsill. I got grounded for that one. But,
Oh, but
I
how
did these
cool that you did
things.
that, though.
Yeah. And I mean, like, because I didn't talk to other people, I thought everybody did that. Apparently, not everybody does that. There were things that were stressful too, though. Things like I had to count my steps all the time. I had to have things in even number pairs. And if they were odd numbers, I don't have an affinity for odd numbers. I still to this day will go out for walks and I'll add up all the numbers on license plates until I get a single digit. But it's those things that I guess there's always cons to everything. and they're stressful, but I wouldn't change anything because it is who I am and it's made me who I am. And I see the world in a certain way and I can't imagine seeing it any other way.